All right, we're live from the Illinois State Fair. The sun no longer in my face, but we still see beautiful North American Midway across the way. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's going to be a great day for the Illinois State Fair this morning as we broadcast live. I'm Greg Bishop. It is Springfield's Morning News on 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's News and Talk. And we're joined now by Alexi Giannoulias. He is the former state treasurer. Now he's looking to be the Secretary of State. Alexi, thanks for taking time with us this morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So let's get right into it. Why the Secretary of State's office?
Well, first of all, thanks again for having me. You know, the Secretary of State's office is the largest in the United States. It touches more people's lives on an everyday basis than any other office in state government. And Jesse White has done an outstanding job, a great public servant. You know, he took an office that was mired in scandal and corruption, and he turned it around. And, you know, having served as state treasurer and some of the things we've done when I was elected state treasurer, when it comes to modernization, new technology, I'm excited about the opportunity to really modernize the office. People are waiting too long in lines. We've seen what technology has done in other states, so we're looking at digital IDs, digital driver's license. We announced our Skip the Line program, so people don't have to wait in line. Vision tests online. We're also the state's chief librarian, so we want to make sure that we have the best library system in the country. Libraries are, you know, play a vital role in every single community across the state of Illinois. So I'm excited about the opportunity. We also want to fight for voting rights, and I think some fresh leadership and new ideas will be terrific.
Again, Alexi Giannoulias joining us live from the Illinois State Fair here with Springfield's Morning News. And, of course, this is a pretty important office. As you said, it touches practically everybody's lives throughout the state. Recently, you announced an initiative. You're talking about technology and boosting technology. And we were just talking about license plate reader cameras that the city of Springfield's utilizing for fighting crime, for instance. You have a different take that you want to make sure people are protected. Talk about that initiative.
Yeah, so the license plate readers play a vital role when it comes to law enforcement, and they help catch people who have stolen vehicles, who have committed serious crimes. But I think it's important for people to realize that a lot of this data is held by private companies. We want to make sure we're protecting people's privacy, and especially when it comes to people who are being forced to travel across state lines for an abortion, for example. We want to make sure that this data is used properly. So we want to pass legislation to make sure that data is protected, that it's not held for too long a time, and that it's only used for its purposes, which is to locate individuals who have committed serious offenses and for stolen vehicles. 16 other states have already done this, and we think it's important. Privacy is a huge concern as we travel the state of Illinois.
What would you say are some of the other major initiatives outside of technology, outside of getting people services quicker? I know you mentioned Secretary of State White came into the office that was embroiled in scandal. You know, a lot of taxpayers out there see things happening within state governments and think about patronage and political hires and those types of things. How do you combat that perspective that might be on the office?
Well, ethics will be at the forefront of everything that we do. I'm the only candidate in this race to put forward a comprehensive ethics package. You may remember, and listeners may remember, for those who are older, my time as state treasurer, the very first thing I did in office, on my first day in office, we signed the most wide-ranging, comprehensive ethics package in state government, saying that there will be no pay-to-play in the state treasurer's office. You know, people are sick and tired of scandal and corruption, and so I've always been about transparency. You may recall during my tenure as state treasurer, for example, we went after some hotel owners that were fleecing the state of Illinois, the Abraham Lincoln Hotel and Convention Center in downtown Springfield, the Collinsville Hotel. You know, it took a lot of work to make sure these politically connected hotels were foreclosed on. For over 20 years, no one took action. That's the kind of leadership that I'm going to bring to the Secretary of State's office, and I think people should care about ethics. And as the keeper of lobbyist registration and reports, we play a vital role when it comes to transparency. So that's one of the things I'm excited about.
What do you say distinguishes you the most from the Republican in this race, Dan Brady?
Well, I think first of all, I'm the only candidate who's held statewide office, and I think, managing an office with 4,000 employees, with so many different functions, also having some private sector experience when it comes to modernization and bringing these new tools to the office, I think that's crucial experience. I have nothing against Dan Brady, but he's been a career politician in the legislature. There's nothing that makes him overly qualified to be Secretary of State. If people want another politician, I get it. If they want someone who's run a statewide office and understands the importance of modernization, having the best library system in the country, making sure we're in charge of corporate registration and business formation. We want to make it easier for people to do business in Illinois. We want to help bring businesses back to Illinois. We want to help people expand and grow their business. So there's so many opportunities, and having held statewide office, I think it's critical experience.
He is the Democratic candidate for Secretary of State. It is Governor's Day here at the Illinois State Fair. Unfortunately, we have no more time. Alexi, I greatly appreciate you taking the time. Let's talk again in the near future, and I'm sure I'll see you around the State Fairgrounds today.
You'll see me with some of those hot dogs and some cheese coming out of the side of my mouth. So.
And also, congratulations on the new addition to your family.
Thanks. The baby will be here today, too. So if you see a 1-month-old bouncing around, that's me.
Not you.
That's not me. It's my baby. It's our baby, I should say.
There you go. Absolutely awesome. Well, I appreciate the time again, and let's connect again soon. We've got several more months here before the November election. But Alexi Giannoulias, where can people find more information about you?
So our website is www.alexiforus.com, alexiforus.com. And the last point I'll make is I hope everyone votes. It's enormously important. We see that the challenges that our country faces, that our democracy faces, everyone needs to get engaged. Everyone needs to vote. Tell your friends and neighbors. It's the most important thing you can do.
It's Alexi Giannoulias, the Democratic candidate for Secretary of State, here with Springfield's Morning News. Greatly appreciate your time. It is WMAY, and we, of course, are in the midst of the Council Roundup, which is brought to you by Head West Subs. When you want a great sub, you